Ooh, alright, we're golden, we up. Fix the rig. Sweet! Alright, y'all, this should be the very last live stream that I do working on this dog animation. So last time I actually finished it, and I'll go ahead and hide this for a second, and we can watch it. And I'll let it loop 2 or 3 times. Maybe one more time. Yeah, so there it is. Turned out pretty cool, I think. The only thing about it is, over the course of making this animation, I ran into several problems with my rig. Like a lot. So, this stream, which is going to be really boring for anyone who stumbles upon it, who isn't an animator trying to learn how to rig in ToonBoom Harmony. It might be kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie, but I wanna definitely keep this documentation for when I have to rig again. So alright, before I get started, as always, I'm gonna just show some music, show who will be playing the music. This is my homie Christian Smith Borgard. He actually did the music for Skillbot, my short film, so if you haven't seen Skillbot, go check it out. If you have, this is the dude who made the music, and I'm gonna just play through all of his tracks while I work today. So if you like what you hear, go follow Christian Smith Borgard on SoundCloud. Go ahead, hit play. Ads! We hate ads. We hate ads in this channel. We don't fuck with ads. Alright. So I'm gonna let this ad get going, and then I'll dive right in. Come on, ads, goodbye. Goodbye, get out of here. Oh my god, 2 of them? More ads. Come on now. Come on now. Fast forward another 15 seconds if you want to get to the part of this stream where I actually start working. Unless you're watching it live, then you're just in it with me. Then you're just stuck waiting. Alright, rad. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. And I'm going to be referring frequently to the document of shame. So, delete eyelid and noggin cutters. That's the first thing we got to do. So we'll just go in and do that. First things first. Let's go in, find my eyelids. We'll find the noggin cutters. And we'll start cleaning up this rig, making it nice. Making it look real nice. So this is the eyelid. And it looks like this is probably the noggin cutter. There it is, way over yonder. So we'll go ahead and I can just get rid of this. What this does, I'll show you all the changes too as I'm doing them. This cutter basically makes it so the eyelid stays inside the noggin. And was it actually? Yeah, I just don't need it, is why I can delete it. It's already cuttered to the sclera, the eye. So if I just get rid of that mask, it's still just masking to my eye, which is all I really need to make blinks actually work. So, and I can do this on the other eyelid as well. Let's go over to the other eyelid. This looks like it's also probably that noggin cutter. I'm going to go ahead and just hit delete. Make sure this eyelid still works. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going through and I'm just getting rid of any unnecessary cutters, and I'll make sure that didn't break anything in any of my views. Just want to go through and clean up anything I don't need. Yeah, and this is still looking pretty good, so that's cool. I am going to leave this here. Music by Christian. Let me make sure I spell this shit right before I forget to do it. I like to leave these people's information in the chat. They're really nice for letting me use their music royalty free. So I'm definitely gonna at least pay this forward. I'm gonna put it in my chats on all my streams. Cool. And then also, let me know if you have any questions about animation, game dev, or comics. Rad. Very cool. Alright. Okay, so we got through the first item on the document of shame. I'm going to go through and just change the colors on these as I change them. Rename Master Mouth Peg. That's an easy enough one. We can do that. We can do that in no time flat. So let me go find my mouth. Oh yeah, it's because this peg has the same information as the other one, so I just need to change that name, and that's just for my animators, make their lives a little bit easier. Teeth tongue over here. Yeah, so I think I can call this Master Mouth for sure. I'm gonna open this up and just rename it, call it Master Mouth -P. Keep everything all caps just because that's how we do naming conventions in animation. And I put that -P because it's a peg. So, yeah. Cheers. Still sipping on that same herbal latte from the last stream. Alright, that was a super easy change. Let's pull that document of shame back up. I'm also going to turn this music up a little bit. It's like really quiet. Yeah, I think I can still talk over that. Sounds pretty nice. We'll go ahead, bring up the document of shame, and cross out another item. Delete neon green target and tail. So that means I left one of my circle rig shapes inside of my tail, and I forget which view it was on, but I know I did it. So what I'm gonna want to do for this is grab the tail in here and then look at my drawing substitutions. So it's just in view number 7 that I have that little green target that I need to get rid of. So I can go into this drawing sub, I'll go into drawing mode, so it just isolates this. I'm going to grab my select tool, turn it to select color mode, so it just grabs everything that's the same color, although it didn't work, I don't know why. But yeah, I'm just going to delete that little green target, and that was another super easy one. Another super easy one. That's pretty nice. So delete neon green target and tail. Man, I might have to turn that music back down. Holy shit, here we go. Got really epic and intense all of a sudden. Cool. Add black cheek far shapes. Yes. So, and I might rename all of these as well. Here's what we got going on with those cheek far shapes. Basically, the color of the cheek changes depending on which eye is closer to the camera. So right now my cheek far is black, and like right now my cheek far is blue. So I need to just make sure I have shapes for both of those. I can go in, this is my cheek near, and let's just see what we got in here, because I'll basically want, oh no, that's my eye patch. This is the cheek near. Yeah, so this has black version, blue version, black version, blue version for number 1, black version, blue version for number 2, black version, blue version for number 3, black version, blue version for number 4, for number 5, and for number 6. Fantastic. Cool, so I already got all of them on this side. I'm going to do the same thing with this upper eyelid, just make sure I have all of these. We have black number 1, blue number 1, blue number 2. So the drawing substitution is saying that this is black, but it's not, or saying it's blue, but it's actually black, and I don't know why it's doing that, but it's working. So yep, and it looks like I do have all of these shapes in both blue and black already, so I don't need to change that. I am going to go ahead and go through and just like rename all of these drawing subs. So I'm going to make this column a bit bigger. I'm going to bring this timeline all the way down. Like I really just need to be able to see the keyframes, and that's it. And yeah, I'm going to unlock this and then go through and just rename stuff. So we can call this is third. I actually don't need front because I can use all these eyelids in every view. My eye doesn't change enough that I actually need different eyelid drawings for every view. So I can actually just call this third top, and we'll put black and blue in all these so they're like easier to find. Rename 01 third top blue. It should just be the exact same name. Sweet. Yep, and then I'll just go through and do these one at a time. I don't know. Like again, I just don't know why this is showing up as blue in the drawing substitution, even though it's actually painted black. And it's really bothering me. I really wish I could fix it. I might just yeah, I'm unsure. Welcome if you're just joining in. I am doing some animation. Doing the most boring, least glamorous part of the animation. So, if y'all have any questions about rigging, if y'all want to learn how to rig a puppet, this is the place. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm actually just gonna delete this drawing layer. Or this drawing, pardon me. And then I'm going to duplicate this drawing and go to the color, go to the drawing layer, grab this paint bucket tool, set the color to black, and paint this in. And now let's see if my drawing substitutions actually worked. It did. So same thing, I'm just going through, renaming these, cleaning it up, making it really nice. O2 closed blue. Fantastic. And then we'll go over to the next one that we just made, and this will be O2 black. Edwin, welcome. I'm just animating, just cleaning up the rig. Not the most exciting stream because it is the technical side of animation. But if y'all have any questions about animation, I am happy to join to answer them. Again, this is just going to be O2 closed black. Awesome. Welcome if you're just joining in. he's out. He's in. He's gone. All right. Ads. Akira, leave me alone. Cool. Let's keep moving down the line. So we have 03 squashed. I'm going to go ahead and call this something out. 03 squashed instead of front. We can call it black. I guess I could do these near and far instead too. But that's alright. That's alright. Keegan, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation questions, any game dev questions. So we got 03 squashed, black, rename 03 squashed, blue, very nice. 04 third bottom, we'll call it black. Awesome. Same thing over here. Rename 04. Whoops. 04. Third. Bottom. Black. It's like Christmas music. We go to the next one. What else you got for me, Christian? What else you got for me? Whoa. Oh. Damn. Whoops. 04. Third. Bottom. Blue. Very nice. That's what we want. We got 05 sad. Same thing. Rename 05 sad. BLACK. We got 05 sad blue. 05 sad blue. Great. And then we got 06 angry blue. What else we got, man? What else we got? We got Erica, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Ooh, dogs are barking. Muted. We're gonna
the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
At Napa, we are the pros that know electrical systems are complex. That's why we deliver solutions that keep it simple. From starters and alternators to premium batteries and the testers to diagnose them, Napa provides...
Oh my god, I've still been muted all this time. Why? Why? I messed up. I done messed up. Welcome, welcome. We're just doing some animation. You got any animation or game dev questions? I can answer them. Just really any art making questions. I'm happy to talk about it. This is not the most glamorous of the animation process, so anything y'all want to talk about to make this a little more exciting, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Let's see. Oh, we got Claudette on TikTok. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you want to talk any animation. Got any questions about anything I'm doing? Right now I'm just cleaning up this rig, which, like I said, pretty boring as far as animation goes, but it's a necessary part of the process, and it's going to make my life so much easier when I use this rig again in the future. Just did a little test animation with it. I've been doing that for the last couple weeks. If y'all want to see those videos, they are permanently on my YouTube, so you can see pretty much the whole process for rigging a dog. Welcome new people joining in. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. We're just doing some rigging. Go squint blue. Alright. And even this is like the most boring part of even the rigging process. I'm just going through cleaning up names and stuff, but it can be pretty fun. Once we're done, once we're actually using this rig, it'll all be worth it. Neutral black, okay, I'm gonna grab this, copy it. Hello, welcome, welcome. Just doing some animation. You got any animation or game dev questions, let me know. 6 neutral, this one will be called blue. Sweet. Let me know if you got any animation, game dev, art making questions. Any questions about the art in the background? Any questions about the music playing? Obviously, it's a Legend of Zelda score, which I'm obsessed with. Good time to shout out my homie who composed this little LOZ remake. The boy Christian Smith with the Legend of Zelda tunes. Super grateful he's letting me use his music. Alright, so we got this top eyelid done, I think. We got the top eyelid and the bottom eyelid done. Let me know if you have any questions about the way I have this rigged right now, but you can see how I can switch these out at a moment's notice. It's very cool. Alright, 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 alright. Hello to the new viewers, and goodbye. Day in, day out. It's like that. It's like that in the live world. Alright, and I'm just going to repeat this entire process for the other eyelid and the other cheek, and hopefully this might be like the worst part of what I have to do today, so I think it's going to get pretty fun after this. Mitra, welcome back. I'm just rigging this dog still. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I am happy to answer them. I do a lot of 3D stuff too. This is actually my first time doing 2D rigging stuff, so if you want to know anything about 2D animation, game dev, anything like that, I know quite a bit. Let's go ahead, call this blue. Let's go ahead, copy that. Right now I'm doing really boring animation related stuff, so anything you want to talk about, I'd be happy to talk about it, make the process of rigging a little bit less tedious, but if not, if you're just chilling, watching me rig, that's cool too, I appreciate it. And anybody on YouTube watching this, also, please let me know if you have questions, comments, concerns, want to know why I rigged the way that I rigged. I would love to talk about what I did to rig this dog, what I'm fixing right now so that it's better for me in future animations because I ran into a lot of issues in the past. But we're fixing all that today. We're going to get this really animation ready. Mystery, welcome. Thanks for joining in. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I'm just doing some 2D animation rigging at the moment. Go ahead, rename this drawing. This one's going to be O2 closed. And this is the black one. Sweet! Oh, I actually messed that up. I gotta make sure all these naming conventions are spot on. And I know this is like not a very glamorous way to spend my time, but this is the truth. This is the reality of animation. All right, we want everything to be named well because the truth is it might not always be me working with this rig, and I actually know that for a film I'm working on right now, I'm definitely going to have other people animating with this rig, so it's so important that I have my naming conventions correct and have them in a way that my artist can just type in that little search bar, oh, I need the black eyelid, where is it? I need the third bottom. I can just like find those parts. I don't want people to have to be fishing for stuff while they're trying to animate because it just slows down the workflow. And animation, if any of y'all have seen any of my other streams, y'all already know is a very time-consuming process the way it is. So any way we can reduce mouse clicks, reduce time spent looking for stuff, like we are gonna do it. It's all about optimization. And that's true on so many levels. I know I'm not really talking about like the vector art itself right now. We're kind of just under the hood looking at the rig. Whoops. That's definitely black. Oh, we got the great Chad Thundercock back in the stream. Hello, welcome back, good sir. I'm doing the most boring part of the animation process, so if you want to ask any unhinged questions, get me talking about something crazy while I'm doing this. That'd be cool. Or not. Or just hang out. I just appreciate your presence. But as you can see, I'm just renaming drawings. Really fun, really super exciting stuff. Really super exciting stuff. Oh, I appreciate the likes. Top viewer already, back at it. Back at it like a bad habit this day. Alright, this is blue. We'll hit alright. Number 4. I'm almost done with this part, and then I can dive into fucking literally anything else, literally anything less soul crushing than this. But these are the necessary evils, the necessary pains of animation. The ways we suffer for our art. Sad. Look at this, even the dog is sad talking about it. He's like, bitch, make me move. I don't care about the rig. I'm trying to act. Put me on the stage. Bro, you got me up to 300 likes already. You're a fiend. You're a freak. I love it. I appreciate it. The absolute GOAT. For real. The one, the only. Chad MF Thundercock. Alright, we got Sad Blue. We got 05 Sad Black. You gaming at all today, Chad? You fucking him up on Call of Duty? Pulling some dubs? 06 Angry. 06 Angry Blue. Oh, I'm almost done. Just one more. Stupid ass. About to go somewhere. Right on, man. Well, thanks for popping by for a second. I appreciate it. Safe travels on all your quests, man. Ads! Fucking ads. I hope they get there faster. I hope they discover teleportation. I actually kind of don't, because you're watching the stream right now, so. But for your sake, I do. Selfishly, I hope it takes a while, but for your sake, I hope they discover teleportation on the way there and get there immediately. And then y'all get going where you need to be safely. 1K before you leave, you would be the man. The more you do shit like that, the more TikTok puts me in front of people, and I appreciate it. I love to animate for the people of TikTok. Let's see here. I think that's all of them. Oh, I didn't even make the shapes on this one. Oh my god. Like an idiot, like a dummy. Look at that. I just completely forgot. Just didn't do it at all. If I turned this into an animator and was like, hey, here's a rig for you to animate, they would be like, what the fuck, dude? What is this? What is this trash you've given me to animate with? I don't even have the right shapes. Alright, here we go. Action 6, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Oh, they're out. Didn't like me calling them out like that, I guess. Alright, so this, it's actually not that difficult. I just have to duplicate all of these and hope I hope I made them well, constructed them well. This one I did, so I can just recolor it. And now I have a black eyelid for when that eye is on the other side. And the reason this is such a pain in the ass is because in animation we can't use left and right, really. We use what's called near and far, so you have the eye that's closest to the camera and the eye that's farthest away from the camera. Right now they're like equal distance because it's front on, right? But the next pose we figure out which one is near and far. And so in my near and far flips, because I have that little spot around the eye, the color of the eyelids in the rig has to switch as well. Which I forgot to do on literally just this one shape, but I did it on the rest of the rig. Because I am a hack and a fraud. Alright, yeah, this one is blue. Copy it, come over to the next one, paste it. This one is black. And we get, oh, we got 1K! Let's go, Chad Thundercock! Everybody follow this man. If you're watching this live after the fact, go follow this man. Follow this man. Go send him money. Go figure out what his Cash App is and send him your life savings. He's earned it. You have fulfilled your duty. I appreciate you. Soldier, if I ever catch you live, I'll try to return the favor, man. That's for sure. Peace out. Goodbye. Enjoy your travels. Sayonara, adios, au revoir, other languages, goodbye in other languages, and he out. R.I.P. R.I.P. Chad Thundercock. You and your ridiculous username will be missed. I'm gonna go ahead, just same thing. We're just gonna run through this and duplicate all these drawings. So we go to number 2. Duplicate it, unlock this. Wait, nope, let's recolor it first. Always do that part first. Great, so now we can unlock this again. Go to O2, rename, get rid of that front because it doesn't actually mean anything. We'll call this blue. Great, and now I'll open it up. Whoops, should have copied and pasted it first. Control C, okay. Rename, Control V, BLACK. Great. Grab this one, and we're just gonna wash, rinse, repeat. So now we're on number 3. Go ahead, duplicate it, go over to drawing mode. Whoa. Did I put this? Whoops, I did a new drawing instead of a duplication. Duplicate. So now, yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Are we, all the levels on these musics keep changing. They're such wildly different tunes. This should be 03, I believe. Yes, cool. Go back in here. Rename shit. 03, settle down. No, don't need down. Just need. Oh no, we do need down. And we can call it blue. Copy that. Grab it. Okay. Grab our new shape we just made. Rename it. Call it black. And we are on our way. Alright, and we just keep on going down the line. Wouldn't it have been so nice if I just did this while I was drawing my shapes instead of doing it after the fact? It would have been. It really would have been. Alright, so now go back in here, unlock. I'm sure you're used to the process by now. We will call this, where is it? Where do we leave off? 04, right? 04, diagonal squint. Call it blue. Grab it, copy it, okay. Grab our black one, paste, call it black. And we are, oh shit. Did you see that little lowercase k? Gotta have all caps, don't want that. Naming conventions, all very important. I'm not gonna go on a whole another naming conventions rant, but just remember, just beat it. Just beat it into your little animator fucking heads. Naming conventions are very important. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this drawing and grab my paint bucket and paint it black. We can go to the drawing layer, make sure that did what I wanted it to. It sure did. I'm gonna go ahead, unlock this, rename this drawing, get rid of the front and replace it with blue. And then I'm going to copy that, hit OK, come back up here, rename this, paste it, call it black, hit OK, come down here. This is our last one, so we'll grab, let's see here. Trek, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Happy to answer them. I'm gonna go ahead, grab this, duplicate it, come over to drawing mode, grab my paint bucket. I don't know why this is like 3 separate hideous shapes like that. That is weird. Okay, seems like it's gonna work. It seems like it's gonna work, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. We'll be alright. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and rename these again, and this should be the last of this that I have to do. Let's call this neutral blue. Go ahead, copy that, hit OK, grab this one, rename it, call it neutral black. And now, whew, we are done with that nonsense. Oh my god, big breath. Big stretch. I'm gonna set this back to an eyelid that makes sense on this view. Amazing, fantastic. I think actually like the better practice would be to set all these to the handle for the default, but I don't know, I think it's kind of fun to actually see the eyelids when you go in and start working with the rig. You know what I could do actually is at the very least take that bottom eyelid and make that a handle on the frames where we can't see it. So I'll make it a handle on this one and put it somewhere we can just grab it and use it if we need it. I'll go ahead, same thing, don't need it there, don't need it there. Welcome new people. If you got any animation game dev questions, let me know. I am happy to talk about anything I'm doing, why I rigged this dog the way I did. I'm usually a 3D artist, so I can answer 3D questions too. And I think it'll just be this one other view. Oh my god, ads! Leave me alone, ads! I don't care, I don't want to hear them, I'm not gonna buy it. Get this handle visible on this view. Oh, I see we got a couple people watching across platforms. I appreciate y'all sticking in. On TikTok, I appreciate y'all popping by. Let me know if you got any questions, animation, game dev, art making, life, philosophy, anything. I don't even care. Preferably animation, game dev. That's what I like to talk about the most, but... Alright. Oh, these ads are killing my soul. They take so long. Ads. Alright, so I'm actually on to the next part of the document of shame. The updated puppet notes, all the shit I realized was wrong while I was trying to animate. So next, I have to delete the cheek far line art cutter. let's see what we got going on in my cheek far line art cutter. Ha 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 ha, there's my cheek. There's my line art. Let's just see what it's doing so I can see why I want to delete it. It looks like it's using the color of the noggin as a cutter. Oh, and the reason I want to get rid of this is so I can have my eyelid lines actually break the bounds of the noggin, because there's certain views where we still want to be able to see those lines. So I think that's why. Let me just see what this is doing now, and then I can make sure I talk through properly why I am changing this aspect of the rig. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So you can see how this disappears as we get to the edge of the drawing. The reason this is a problem is because it actually looks nice if those lines break through the noggin on views like this. Or when the head is like really turned really dramatically, you want those lines to actually break through that barrier. So you'll see if I just go ahead and delete that cutter, which is just a mask, now these lines pop out of the head. And this colored part is still masked to the sclera, so we only ever see the eyelids over the sclera, which is the medical term for the whites of the eyes. Alright. Cool, easy fix. Wow, isn't it fun? That last fix took like 30 minutes and it's just like retyping names. This one is actually some like really fun animation stuff. So let's go ahead, pull up the document of shame once again. We'll read that out because we're done. And let's see here. Tony, welcome. Hit me with any animation or game dev questions. How do I do these? Ooh. Hello, welcome. I'm just rigging this dog. Alright, let's see what we got next. Noggin reverse over the shoulder overlay extension. I actually... this is an interesting one. This is a really interesting one. So, because it's going to change. So I actually think I'm going to have to redo. I think I'll want like 2 sets of noggin drawings. One with an overlay and one without an overlay. And I'm actually going to want that on a lot of my shapes. And that kind of sucks. That's going to be like the most time consuming part of all of this, I think. So yeah, we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. See how long it takes. This right here is specifically what the notes are referring to. I can go over to my drawing layer. I have 2 little lines. You can see this is my whole drawing. So these are the lines for the noggin. This is the color for the noggin. This is the overlay. And that overlay just gives me that back. I think what I can do, honestly, for this is just take... Let me think about this. Yeah, I think if I just take these lines and extend them all the way up here, that gives me a pretty good base to go off of. And then when you're actually animating, you would just have to duplicate this drawing if the nose was moving in such a way that this overlay needed to change. But yeah, just doing that at the very least should make this workable. I'm going to do the same thing over here. We're just going to grab that overlay and drag it all the way down. Make sure it's not poking out. Bring this tip up a bit. And maybe I might actually play with the pencil editor and see, can I delete that, I wonder? Yes. Ha 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 ha. Cool, so we'll just actually start the taper from about where it breaks. And we're gonna fix this one too. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Add new handles. And I just control click to add these handles, my pencil editor. Yeah, and now that looks really nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that my other over-the-shoulder 3/4 has the same thing going on. Just because, yeah, it'll make it easier to animate for the same reasons. So I'm gonna go ahead. This one will be right here. Da, 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 da. Yes, yep. And I'm guessing I kind of have the same thing going on. Yeah, where I just have these little teeny tiny overlays. So I'll bring them all the way up again, and then same thing after I fix these. I'm gonna grab my pencil editor and change the stroke data to make a little bit more sense. So go ahead, grab this bad boy. Sweet. Bring this on up. What is all this? Oh, I see. I see, I see, I see. What does this do? I should probably figure all this out off stream. Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I'll end it. We can fuck around with that another time. Actually, nah, I'll put it on. I'll turn it on. Why not? Sweet. Cool. Cool. Alright, welcome Mr. C. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I will, as I was talking about a second ago, come in here and fix these. Maybe. Grab my pencil editor, there we go. We can delete that again, hit control, drop in new taper points. Just, yeah, same thing over here. Delete these. Get it out of here, get it out of here, hit control. I'll actually do that right where it ends. Scale that out a little bit. Uh-oh. Sweet! Cool. So that was not too bad. I actually don't think I'll worry about doing shapes with and without overlays. I'll definitely do it on the legs, and that's going to be pretty time consuming. And I'm going to have to put deformers on all the legs too. But just one thing at a time. Let's open up the document of shame and see what we get. So, yep, fix this. Get it out of here. Add overlay layer to the over the shoulder ears. And that'll actually be ooh. How do I want to do this? I think this is a situation. I think this is a situation where I will want to do what I was talking about before, where I duplicate my layers and have some that have overlay drawings and have some that don't have overlay drawings. So I can, along those lines, gaily welcome. Let me know if you have any animation or game dev questions. 2D, 3D, any of it. I'm doing 2D shit right now, but I know how to do quite a bit of all of it. Alright, so I just need, first and foremost, to make sure that all my ears actually are rendering out their overlay data. I'm going to come in here, give them overlay nodes, because it looks like they definitely are not right now. I'm going to have to move all this shit over to accommodate. Give space. Sweet! And then I will grab the overlay, put it on top of everything else, give it a waypoint, and move that waypoint down over here just to keep it looking nice and clean. So now we have an overlay on our ear near, and I'm gonna have to go through and actually like draw those shapes here in a second. But for now, I just gotta get everything ready in my nodes so I can make my art the way that I want it to. And over here, let's see, our ear far, yeah, also is gonna have an overlay. Doesn't have any auto patching. I almost wonder if I shouldn't put an auto patch on this as well, and then I could control what people see with the overlay if I want to. Decisions. These are the decisions that haunt me. Shania, I'll see you watching. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Any art making questions, just anything related to anything at all I do. I make comics, I draw, I write, I animate, do 2D and 3D stuff. Alright, same thing, I'm just going to hook this overlay in, and it should be above the other layers. I'm going to add a waypoint. Whoops, I'll actually just right click on this, create a waypoint, and just keep everything nice and clean best I can. Yeah, cool. So now we have our rig set up. Now I can actually go in and fix these. And I think what I'll need to do is actually give every single drawing I already have a new overlay layer. So I'm just gonna have to go through both ears and go through every single drawing one at a time and give them overlays, and I can show you what that actually looks like, what the hell I'm talking about. So I'll start with my near ear and just work left to right. So let me see here. Is this just the same ear? It changes a little bit from view to view. Huh, let me think about this. It might honestly be a little bit better to just only have the two ears, because like, could I get from that to that by scaling it? No, those are a bit different, aren't they? Like these are all the exact same. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I was thinking. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I am gonna just open up all these drawing substitutions and delete them, and when I animate I can get away with just only having the clipped ear and the unclipped ear. So I'm gonna go ahead, shift click all these, and I'm just going to delete all of these drawings. Give it this drawing sub. Just make sure this ear is like turned on and in more or less the right place for each view. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. Just going through one view at a time, making sure we have the ear turned on. Yeah. Cool. Oh, I messed up though. I gotta undo all that. dumb. Ah, I need at least 2 ear shapes. It looks like number 8 is kind of the best. So I'm going to unlock these again. I'm going to delete 2 through 7. I'm just going to keep number 1 and number 8. There we go. And now, same thing I just did, I'm going to have to go through and fix this again. Make sure the ear is turned on. So we got our near ear, near. Here it's still near, and then it's going to switch over to the far on this frame and on this frame. And we can do something like that as the default pose. That's kind of nice. Oh, and then whoops. Make sure we have this turned on here. Yeah, so we got that ear back turned on everywhere. I don't know why I gave 8 different shapes. I didn't have that on my rig notes as something to fix, but I'm glad it's something that I caught and was able to fix. And now if anybody else needs to animate with this, they won't have to deal with that bullshit. So, let's just keep focusing on this ear for a second. I'm going to grab this ear. Let me go for my drawing layer. Yeah, there's no overlay. So, what I'm going to do... Hold on. Ads! Definitely going to wait for these ads to pass, first and foremost. So I'm not trying to talk over them. Because this is good. This is good learning content. Take a second at least while these ads play. This is the music I'm playing today, Christian Smith Borgard. Looks like this is a Dark Knight composition. 20 more seconds of these ads. SoundCloud does not let us skip ads, so this is what we do. This is what we do. We wait and we hiss at the ads, and we just wait for them to go away. We just let them disappear, you know? Whew, gone. Thank God. Dismiss. Give me some music. Give me some music. Come on now. All right. Oh, wow, isn't that intense? What's this one? The Dark Knight. This is the Dark Knight one. All right. So as I was saying, oh, this is oh, that's not right. Yeah. Far. What am I doing here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then they switch. And it's near there. Great. Whew. Had myself confused for a second. Okay. So, as I was saying before those ads so rudely interrupted, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this drawing. And take number 2, the one I just did. And actually, you know what? I'm going to undo that. I'm going to rename this before I start duplicating stuff, just because it's going to make things a bit nicer. So I'll go ahead, rename this, and we'll call this, let's call it ear rag. No over for overlay. Or actually, we'll just call it ear rag, and then we'll call the other one, the duplication, ear rag overlay. So now, when I duplicate this, oh, it still just gives it the number 1, so I guess it didn't matter. We didn't need to rename it first. But now what I'm going to do, and maybe it'll make more sense why I'm doing this from a different view, on this new drawing, I'm going to go ahead, go over into drawing mode, take the entire line art layer, copy it, paste it, Control-Shift-V in the exact same place on the overlay layer, and then I'm going to get rid of the line segments I don't want. And honestly, probably something like that. I can also get rid of these, maybe. We'll keep them. I don't want to fuck up that shape. But what I will do is on this overlay that I just made, I'm gonna grab my pencil editor, hit Control to add the points from which things will taper, move this to the end, and move my handles. Grab this, same thing, hit Control, put my taper points at about the same spot, grab my handles. What? And this is... Sup, Wilmer? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. This is going to be ear, reg, over for overlay. So now, if I switch between these two, oh, do I not have... Oh, my overlay should be rendering. Huh. Huh. Ha ha ha. Did I mess something up? No. Oh, this is underneath the noggin, so that ear is in the wrong place. So, for rigging, for animating, you can just hold Alt and shift click and drag over. But for rigging, you have to be really precise. You can't use those sorts of shortcuts. Also, this music is getting too loud, so I'm gonna turn it down. Laura, I see you hanging out. Let me know if you have any animation or game dev questions. I'm just doing some 2D puppet animation in ToonBoom Harmony right now, cleaning up my rig. So I'm gonna go ahead. I actually need a different window to work with. Let's open up the coordinates and control points. And just so I have it, I'm gonna put this with my drawing subs. I also have the coordinates up here. I could use this, but I kind of like doing it down here. I'm just a little bit more used to it. So I'm just gonna see, I don't know what my noggin's at. Maybe I'll try 0.001. Yeah, no, that's definitely not enough. Oh, I also don't want to do this on the layer itself. I want to do it on this peg. So let's go ahead and do like 0.005. That gets me above it, and probably doesn't change the size too much, so I'm just going to keep that there. Its cumulative Z is 0.005, so that's great. I want the eyebrow to have a higher cumulative Z, and it does, so that's great. But yeah, now you can just see with these ears, now I have the option, especially, like, it's nice if it ever rotates around the head. You really want to keep that overlay. But I have the option to switch between these two drawing substitutions. So now if I want it, I can have it. And if I don't want it, I can turn it off. And you can just see how that's working. It's just those two little lines, but I don't know. I care about my art and it makes a difference. So. Yeah. This back ear, similar issue. I don't think I need all these drawing substitutions. I think I could probably just get away with... Oh, you know what? Well, actually, people can always just scale it to reverse it if they need to when they animate, and that'll work. That'll work fine, actually. So I'm just going to go through and make sure I only have 2 drawings in this layer, one for the clipped ear and one for the pointed ear, same as the other one. So I like that pointed shape, and I think I like the first clip shape the most. So yeah, once again, my first and my 7th are going to be my best. I'm going to go ahead, unlock these, go 2 through 6, grab them, delete them. Lock this up again before I forget. I'm gonna go back over to this one and just make the, here, I'll do it on a layer where it makes sense. So yeah, like this one. And this one, I'm just gonna go ahead, unlock it, rename it, This is going to be called ear clipped, or just clip would be great, as opposed to ear rag. And then same thing, I'm going to duplicate the ear clip down here, duplicate drawing, and then I'll go over to drawing mode, go to line art mode, grab the lines, go ahead and just copy them, come over to overlay, Control Shift V to paste them in the same place, hit my camera, and then I'll delete the unnecessary points again and add the taper with the pencil editor, and just same thing, just kind of do something like that to give it that nice little tapered end. It just looks a lot more professional, a lot cleaner when you do things that way. Take the time to go in with that pencil editor, clean up your brush strokes. Yeah, cool. And I'll go ahead and rename it while I'm at it too, so we can go ahead and call this ear clipped overlay. Very exciting. Welcome new viewers. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I'm doing some rigging today, which is not the most exciting, but it's always, oh, Mommy Gil, thank you for the follow. Ooh, I appreciate you. I will follow you back, always. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Means a lot. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I am happy to answer them. This is gonna be ear clip over for overlay. Come on now. Come on now, hands. Ear clip over. Very nice. Alright, fantastic. And now, same thing as before. You can just change these out depending on what you need for the animation. So you can actually have this like rotate around in the head too. The problem I encountered that made me want to do this was when the dog was facing away from me. Oh, we gotta make sure that far ear is turned on everywhere and kind of in the right spot. That's cool. It should be the bigger edge to the inside. What? I can probably move this over. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. So, as, oh shit, whoops. Right. Cool, still got it selected. Nope, it'll be this one on this frame. Should be a little bit taller. Looks like it is. I could probably bring this over a little bit, bring this over a little bit. Not too bad. Oh, looks like it's turned off on that frame, so we're gonna have to turn that back on, and it should poke out from behind the other one a little bit. That's pretty good right there. Just making sure my stroke width is about the same. Great. So something like this, finally, I was about to say, the reason I added or wanted to add these clips is because sometimes there were situations where my dog's ears would be like here. And with the regular ear without the overlay, it just disappears completely. So by having this option, it's nice. It's really nice, really time saving. And I actually want to have overlays on the far ear for the exact same reason. What's really sad, the animation I already did doesn't have these overlays at all. And I'm like looking at them right now. It looks really nice to have them. So the good news is I definitely think I'll be using this puppet again. And when I do, I'll have a much nicer rig because I'm taking the time to do all of this right now. So yeah. yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm gonna take these drawings and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing to get these drawing layers so that they animate properly when I need them to animate properly. And okay, let's go ahead, duplicate it. I'm gonna go ahead and actually rename one of them so I keep track of them. We'll call this ear rig again. It might be better maybe if you got into some like complex rigging with like code and stuff to have this be called like far ear rig or something like that. But I actually don't. I think I'll be fine. I just like having this kind of have the same name as the other side. Oh, and this actually is not the ear rig. This is the ear clipped. Quite clearly. Oh, what up, Lulu? We got a little Lulu cameo. Hi, buddy. Hi! You're awfully winded. I wonder if your mama just played with you. Alright, so we got our ear clipped. And then we're going to have our ear clipped overlay. So just the same thing I've been doing. I'll come over to drawing mode. Grab these lines. Grab it. Copy it. Come back over to the overlay. Control-Shift-V to paste in place. Come back over to my camera, get rid of the pieces of that line that we do not need. So we can delete that, get it out of here. Get it out of here. And then we can grab our pencil tool, pencil editor tool, come in here and add that taper in. Same way we have been with the other ones. Just drag that all the way in, like so. Grab this one, add a taper, drag it in, like so. I'm going to end up moving this ear so it sits a little bit nicer on the head. I also need to think about this. Yeah, this needs to be pointed on this view. Cool. And then, yep, so I'm going to go ahead and rename this so I'm thinking about it. This is going to be ear clipped over, ear clipped over. And then same thing, we need this. I'll just unlock it, rename it, call it ear rig. What up, Napple? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I'm just doing some rigging, some 2D rigging. So, alright, I'll take this ear regular, go ahead, duplicate it, take the duplication, go over to the drawing, grab the lines, copy them, Control-Shift-V, paste them over to the overlay layer, grab my contour editor, delete the extraneous segments, go back over to my camera, grab my pencil editor, come in here, add my tapers. I'll actually just taper it while I'm here. Very nice. Come over here, add these tapers. Sick. Cool. And now I have two different drawing layers that I can animate differently depending on the situation for both ears. And if I have this turned on, I can bring those ears back like that when the dog needs to like tuck its head, or if they like fly back really dramatically. Ooh, I gotta remember to not use my arm like that. Oh shit. Yeah, alright. We got one new follower of the stream, that's what's up. One at a time, one at a time. I'm gonna rename this ear rig over. Yeah, rig over. Cool. Wow, I haven't saved once this entire session, which is like just absolutely unbelievably sketchy. So I'm gonna go ahead and save now. Rex, is that motherfucking Troy? What's up, homie? I'm just in here doing some animation, wasting my life away on TikTok. Oh, he hopped out. He didn't want to say hi. Fuck you too, then. TikTok, just so you know, that's one of my friends. Please don't shadow ban me for cussing at my audience. It's one of my lifelong homies. He can take the flack. He'll be aight. He'll be aight. Yeah, this is what it is. Alright, let's go back into the document of shame. Because we got another one knocked out. We're done with this bullshit on the ears. Let's see what we got to do next. Add overlay to the upper leg overlays. No. This is gonna take, well, it's actually just the same thing I've been doing on the ears, but we're gonna have to do it a lot more. We're gonna have to actually do it for every view instead of just like deleting the ears from every view. Let me think about it. Let me think if I want to do something else first. Let me see. Duplicate line art for upper toe. Oh. Yeah, we can do this. This is shorter. This is, I mean, I need to do kind of the same thing. Let's highlight this and get it out of here. My torso, which is over here. My torso from the front, if I, God, you can't even see it right now. Oh, and it should be the lower torso. No, it should be the upper torso. Okay. I want to explain what I'm about to do before I do it, so I'll just show this off real quick. So I have this lower torso back here, and you can see when I bring it down, it cutters out that shape, and it kind of looks like a dong. It kind of looks like my dog has like a elephantitis dong when I do that, which we don't want. I want this line to stay put, but I do need this to cutter in every single other view. So I can't just like take off that cutter. I can't just take off that patching. So what I'm gonna have to do is have in my front view an overlay that is just the exact same as the line art, and I won't delete any vertices. So it's just the exact same thing I've been doing. I do have to go in and add an overlay to the torso. It doesn't have an overlay layer yet. I actually also, I need to bring everything in here and just move it over to the right, and then I can grab this stuff. Well, actually, no, that should leave me about enough room. This actually just needs to be bigger. Oh, the joys of rigging. Oh, the joys of rigging. So I'm gonna grab, well, no, all of it still, and just push it all over, and I just am trying to make enough room to give this guy a cutter node. So I'm going to hit enter, make a new, oh, not a cutter, an overlay, pardon me, make a new overlay layer, and this is just going to make it so this O layer over here is actually rendering. So I'll grab this torso, hit alt click to hook it up, alt click the overlay layer, down here into the composite, make sure it's on top of everything else, give it a waypoint. Did that not give it a waypoint? Yeah, there we go, give it a waypoint. Drag this waypoint over so we can just clean up some of that spaghettification. Make it look a little bit nicer. And I'm gonna move this cutter up for the same reason, just so those wires don't get crossed down here. All right. Okay, and now I can take this drawing layer, come over to drawing mode, come down to the line art, and just same thing I did with the ears, copy that, Control C, go over to the overlay, hit Control Shift V, and now it might not look any different, but you can see if I grab that lower torso again and move it down, it should, yeah, cut off. And now that actually looks like the dog's butt animating instead of looking like it's dong dropping down. So, Maxie, thanks for the hearts. I appreciate you, Maxie. Goated, give me a follow too if you feel like it. Why not? Why not help this young, humble, hungry animator hit 1,000K? Let's do it. Alright, so I think that's it for that part of the document of shame. We can open it back up and read that shit out. We did it, we fixed it. Missing mouth shape. What a dummy. Horrendous. I missed the reverse 3/4 neutral MBP. So let's check that out. This is our reverse 3/4, what was it? Neutral MBP. Yep, sure as shit. It should be alphabetized, so it should be right there, and it is not. Luckily, this is the easiest shape in the entire mouth to make, so this is going to go super fast. I'm just going to go ahead, grab my reverse 3/4 neutral, or no, reverse 3/4 up MBP, which will look like this. I'm going to duplicate that. Actually, I'm going to reverse 3/4 up MBP. I'm going to grab that name before I duplicate it. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this drawing. I'm going to come in here, just rename it right away so I can keep working with my layers the way I actually want to work with them. And we'll call this neutral. Perfect. Welcome Jay to the stream. And now literally all I'm going to have to do is grab that middle line. This guy here should be on this layer, maybe. Come on now. Make sure I have the right thing selected. There we go, yep. So I should be able to just make this neutral. Just make this a straight line. And then I'm going to move it back down afterwards. And that should hopefully be all I have to do for this. Looks like I might need to change the tooth a little bit too on the other drawing layers. And my mouth rig is actually a little bit complex. I can show it off in a second. Wow. Oh, it's because it's on the wrong layer. I think I put the teeth on the overlay or on the underlay. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Just make sure they're not moving too much. Perfect. All right. Let's bring that document of shame back over. Go ahead. I'm gonna red this out. Yep, and I think that's the only mouth shape I was missing, so that's good. Add overlay to near. What? Okay, yep. So this is gonna be like, I just need overlays on all my legs, and that's gonna be maybe the last thing I do because it's gonna take a while. That or the transformations; those are also gonna take a while. But the legs I've already kind of shown off on this stream, so I don't like really want to keep doing that. So maybe going over the transformations would be a little bit better. I do actually, let me see, make sure Z depth of near leg is above torso on every view. We can do that really quick. That'll go really, really fast. So Z depth of near leg, I don't know if it was the front or the back legs, but yeah, this, well, here's how I can do it. Yep, this is underneath there. That's good. Laser Jugs, let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I like your username, that's crazy. Yep, it looks like that's underneath. It looks like, I'm just imagining lasers shooting out of your chest, decapitating people. Just craziness. Craziness. Let me know if you got any animation, game dev questions. I do lots of animation and game dev shenanigans, 3D, 2D, writing, a little bit of scripting. I do it all. I do it all. Just let me know. Isla Brenda, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Aha, we do have a problem with this torso. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and make sure the neck is on top everywhere too. So I'm going to grab the neck peg and just see what these coordinates are looking like. So let's see if I just put this to 0.001, if that gets me over the torso. It did, that was enough. So I'm just gonna Do that on every single view with this peg. 0.00. Oh, ads! Leave me alone, ads! I don't want to hear the ads. Is this neck covering up this leg now? That is going to be a problem. So make sure the leg is pegged above the torso. And yeah, what I'm doing now is unfortunately called pegging. So, you know, do with that what you will. Really funny, unintentional phrasing from the world of animation. Let's make sure, yep, go in here, grab this neck again, grab that neck peg, just make sure it's above our torso, the way it should be. Let's see, we got a couple more people joining in across the various platforms. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions or anything else really. I'm a pretty open book. I'll talk about whatever. This leg is now underneath that neck. It should not be, so let's go ahead and add 2/1000ths to its Z depth. Just bring it back on top. Very nice, very nice. Same thing here. I'll fix this neck, get it on top of the torso, give it a Z value of 0.001. I'm guessing that my leg is now going to be underneath my neck. Yep, you can see that's cutting it off all shittily. So I will go ahead, grab that entire leg, give it a Z depth of 0.002. And now we got that leg above that neck, and same thing I'm guessing over here. Yep, so I'll just grab that whole neck pin, add a 0.001, boom. This is still above the neck in this view, so we're good to go. Alright, that was a really easy one. Let's come in here. We fixed the Z depths, turn that to red. Repegging the eyes. This is a huge one. And we'll see, I'm starting to get a little bit tired, a little bit hungry, so this might be the last thing I do on this stream, and I might have to break this fixing the rig stream into 2 separate parts. But you can see we've cruised through a lot of this list already, so I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, if I can repeg the eyes successfully right now, and get those to do what I want, I think that'd be a pretty good place to end this stream. So let's just go ahead. The big problem I have with the eyes right now is there's no just like peg that moves the entire eye, so I can't just like jump through my peg hierarchies when I'm animating, which is really annoying. It really sucks. So I have to like come into this crazy looking puppet and like grab all these nodes to make sure my eye is selected properly, and it's just a nightmare. It's just icky. So we gotta try to fix that. We gotta try to do something about that. I always got some new viewers coming in. Oh, she out just as soon as I started talking. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. So what I want to do, I think I can put the eyelids and the cheeks on a peg together. I think that would be a nice thing to have. So I'm gonna grab these and hit Control P. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it because they're already pegged up somewhere else. So I'm gonna have to just like grab this and manually replace those input nodes. Yeah, let's grab this, hold Alt, click on that, grab this, hold Alt, click on that, and then we can grab this master peg, hold Alt, and click on that. Oh, and that actually got him back into the right place. Oh, and this peg already has, the new peg already has its pivot point in the right place. That's so nice. How is that even possible? I gotta remember to rename stuff. I don't think I renamed one of my old pegs earlier, which is bad news bears. So I'll just kind of try to stay on the lookout while I'm going through this. But I can open up this peg. We're gonna call it, we'll call it eyelid, cheek, near. And this honestly might be overkill going through this many pegs in my hierarchy, but near dash P for peg. And then we'll put the eye. Oh, we do. Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Yeah, so we already have Ghost. Welcome back. I see you popping in and out. If you got any animation or game dev questions, let me know. I scared him away. He's out. He's out. I said, fuck that. And I actually, yeah, I can move these down now. Whoops. And have these two pegs on the same level vertically, but I'm actually going to add another layer of pegs to these, and that's going to be my entire eye. So you can see this is my eyeball, or just my eye peg. This, we got all this here. And then we can grab both of these, hit Control P. Oh no, it's going to make me manually do it again. So I'll grab this, alt click this one, alt click this one, grab this master face peg, alt click this. We're going to call, I'm probably going to end up putting this in a clip. And you know what I might honestly also do is just add another peg that connects the eyebrows and the entire eye, so I can move all of that as a unit if I want to. So same thing, let's make a new peg. We'll come in here, grab this, alt click this one, alt click this one. So now those are all connected properly. You can grab the master face, alt click this new peg, and now it's back where it should be. And now you can see I can just grab that eye, and this is going to be a really nice hierarchy for me. And I'm gonna have to end up like revamping this entire pyramid. I think all this shit is gonna come up. I think it's gonna have to make space for some of the stuff I'm doing down here. And I can always move it back and tighten everything back up at the end if I want to. But yeah, this is more or less what I'm gonna want. I'm gonna need to rename these pegs. So let's call this, we'll just call it I in for lids, or for and, pardon me, and then I in lids dash P, oh shit, I in lids near dash P. Great. And this can be I in brow. Fuck. Whoops. I in brow near dash P. Great. And then I can actually, I guess I can go ahead and just clip these. So I'm going to give this a backdrop, insert backdrop. But I don't really know what color to make it. I just want to use something I'm not using too much elsewhere. I know I don't use green a lot because it kind of conflicts with the color of the nodes. And I could get away with it here since this is like the wires are really easy to follow, so using a green shape isn't so bad. But yeah, you can see like when I select this how bad that contrast is. You like completely lose the threads, and you don't want to lose the thread, man. You want to hold on to that thread. I've also learned that all these backdrops are called clips and should probably have the clip suffix at the end, so maybe I'll go through maybe I'll go through and do that right now. But yeah, this is the I in lids clip. Great. What? And yep, I will just go ahead while I'm thinking about it, come through here and add the word clip to everything. I know this is really fun and exciting content. Really good stuff here. Really fun. Just adding the word clip everywhere. I think there's only like 20 of these, so it'll go pretty fast. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually just going to Control C, that little underscore clip, and then I can Control V to the rest of these to make it just a little bit faster, save me some keystrokes. Grab this underscore clip, close. This is my head clip, head underscore clip, close. Oh, I need to do some serious reorganization inside this head clip. And that might be on the horizon for me after I rename these clips. I made those too big. There's no reason for that. I'm gonna make this small again. And just, whoops, come on now. Just try to keep everything aligned the way I had it. I have everything positioned like very specifically. This probably won't need that much space just for the word clip. Nah, not at all, not at all. So we can, bam, pop this back over. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit extra space to work. A little bit extra space that I can actually make all these.
Welcome Eminent Heirloom 9WGRP.
Woo, what up? We got that Twitch welcome. Must be some spam. Must be some spam, and it sure was. They're in, they're out. They're in to drop their spam, and they're out of here. They ain't got time for shit else. Okay. Yeah, and let's just keep pulling these clips out, making sure I have enough room. I'm gonna rename them too, I guess, while I'm at it. So let me rename this one clip. That'll see how much space I actually need to do this. Go ahead and, yep, so I can make this a little teeny tiny bit bigger. And it's, I mean, as I like zoom in and out, that's gonna disappear, so maybe I won't worry about it. Actually, all I do want to make sure I do is make sure I'm giving myself enough space to work in the rest of this. And I'm just kind of making all this a little bit nicer to work with. Okay, this is where shit's gonna start to get reorganized. So you can see how all this is spaghettifying right here. All this is crisscrossing. And honestly, that's pretty unnecessary. So I'm gonna take my noggin clip, my noggin ears clip, and I'm going to get my eyes. I'm gonna take my mouth clip over too, actually. And this might get a little bit wonky. Might need some reorganizing for sure. Especially with like these what are those teeth pegging to? What the what? Did that just get like, I wonder if that just got like left outside the clip a little bit or something. There's literally no reason that should have been over there. Yeah, what? So you can see we definitely had some issues in this rig. No, I want the eyebrow over there. I want all my eyes and eyebrow stuff over here, because I'm gonna like completely change the way all those are pegged. And you can see all my waypoints are really starting to fuck me over now. So I'm just gonna pull this down for now, so I can kind of see where everything's leading. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna have to like completely reconfigure all this spaghettification, because it's pretty bad. And I'm gonna open this up and just give myself more room to look at the rig. And this, I knew once I started repegging those eyes, it was gonna be a whole thing. So let me just see what we got here. All this looks okay. Let's go ahead. Where is the middle of this clip? It's around. It's like around like here-ish. And I can start reconfiguring these waypoints accordingly. Maybe I'll bring all this down a little bit. Do something like that. And then I'm just going to bring this down like that, just so it's still in the clip. But now I have lots of space in here to go in and start fixing these waypoints. But I actually, you know what? Instead of wasting time doing that, I should actually probably do that last after I know I have everything like pegged the way I want it to be. And I'm gonna go ahead, it looks like we can bring all this over here, get this eye and lids clip up here in between those two, and that actually makes a lot of sense. And then we will grab, this is the eye and brow, oh shit, eye and lids near clip, this should be called. Eye and lids near clip, because we're gonna have another eye and lids clip over on the other side. Oh, Lily Minnick, welcome. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. We just animating. Alright, so I guess I'll come in, add this background real quick. So while I'm over here, this will be eye, in, brow, near, clip. Fantastic. And now you can see if I just, oh shit, whoops. Sweet. Let me make sure, well, I'll just come through this hierarchy at the very end and make sure none of my pivots got fucked up, because adding all these pegs might fuck up something along the way. So far it looks like it hasn't. It looks like it's actually been like maintaining my hierarchy pretty well. But it's definitely just something to be aware of. What is this? I like this. Oh, it's Spider-Man. Alright, Christian. Alright, Christian Smith-Borgard. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I like it. This is looking a little spaghettified. I wonder, yeah, that's a little bit easier to follow if I just push it up here. I can even bring it over, maybe. Yeah, I think that's nice. Okay, we got this clip, and I'm gonna redo the other eyes. This eye patch, and honestly I probably could have put this just like in its own composite, but that's okay. I'm gonna take this eye patch peg and just put it up here and give it its own little clip. And then all of this should be much easier. So now, like if I have my near eye, I can just grab these two clips. Wow. And if I have my far eye, I'll have a clip here, and I can just grab those two clips. So I can get the clip and the patch. Before, I had to go, like I already showed this off earlier, but for my far eye especially, I had to grab all three of these pegs and then come back over to the other side of the rig and control click that eye patch. That's what I've been calling it. That's what I've been calling his cute little black mark around his eye, his eye patch. Yeah, it was just really a pain in the ass to switch those, especially when we changed from near to far. So doing it this way just makes it a little bit easier. And I actually, no, this is going to be the way to do it. I just had to think through that for a second. Just call this eye patch, clip. Fantastic. Yep, and now I can go through and I'll just repeg all of these same eyes the same exact way. Or the other eyes the same exact way, I should say. So I will grab, this is the entire eyeball. Well, I'll do what I did over here and give the eyelids and cheek their own clip, so we could climb the hierarchy that way if we want to. So I'm gonna bring these down like this. I'm gonna hit Control P, kind of get this peg up even with these other pegs. I'll just hold Alt, insert it here, grab this, hold Alt, insert there. Yeah, there we go, and it's still hooked up to the master face. It looks like, yeah, okay. It looks for sure like this peg needs a new pivot point. So you can see all my stuff is over here on the left, but my pivot point is actually over on the right. When I go to animate, that's not going to work for me. So what I can do is grab these two pegs, and actually I need to look at, so I just need to keep track of where that peg is, and I can grab these two and just move those shapes over to here, and now that pivot point should be in the right place. Yep, and now I can move these together the way I wanted to. And now if I want to animate it again, that pivot is actually in a workable position. It's still a little bit off, but at least it's not just like completely, that's what I'm looking for. It's not completely nonsensical. That's the word I'm looking for. It isn't just floating out in space. It's a pivot we can actually use. So then same thing. Oh, and let me rename this peg. Oh, it auto renamed it for me. We want this to be called, we'll just call it lids in cheek. I forget what I called the other one, but whatever. Lids in cheek far dash P. What did I call the other one? Did I even rename it? Eyelid cheek. Yeah, eyelid cheek near. I guess we can do that. I guess we can do that. The other one. Be consistent. So just eyelid cheek far, eyelid cheek far clip. Great. Now I'll grab, make that other peg. We'll call this one, well, what did I call it? Eye and lids. Yeah. Eye in lids far dash P. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, big money moves. Alright, so now I'll hold Alt, attach this, grab this, hold Alt, attach this, grab the master face, hold Alt, click into here, and we are good. Let me see how these pivots look. That pivot point is actually nice. So we are good for now. And we're gonna put this over here. Sweet. And I might actually, maybe I'll put this peg over here just so it's all kind of flowing the right way. I can do the same thing over here. This just makes it look a little bit nicer. There we go. Yeah, and same thing here. This will be a eye and lids far clip. So insert a backdrop, call it the eye and lids far clip. Hey, welcome, Alcoholics Anonymous. Do your 12 steps. Works if you work it. Welcome to the stream, man. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. I'm gonna call this eye in lids far clip. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And we'll make it that same green color. And then we can make this nice and big. And now y'all can see what I've been working towards. Now, when the eye patch is far, I can just grab these two clips. Great. And when the eye patch is near, I can grab these two clips. Wow, cute! And then I can go ahead and make that eyebrow clip too. So, yeah, whatever, something like that. And this, I just took the original peg, or I gave it a new peg. I guess I'll give this one a new peg too. What do I call it? Oh no, I have to give it a new peg, I'm tripping. We'll call it eye and brow far dash P, this next one. So Control P, we'll rename it eye in brow far dash P. And then same thing, we'll alt click it to the eyebrow, alt click it to this clip. Holy shit. Holy shit, come on now. Come on now. There we go. And then yeah, let me think about this. And then we can just give it another backdrop and call it eye and brow far clip. So insert backdrop, make this pink, call it eye in brow far clip. And then grab the master face, alt click it here, and let's see how that pivot point is. It's not great, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and grab this and just move these down into a little bit more workable position. And now if I grab this, oh, I think I fucked up actually. Oh, that should, no, yeah, I did mess up. It should be this one. And let me see where this is actually. Yeah, okay. Should be this one, which is also not in a very good spot. So God, let me fix that too real quick. Or no, we should actually work our way down the hierarchy, which means I might want to wait until the end to do this. Let's grab this and grab this. I'm like, I should wait until the end and then just don't. And now, yeah, now that hierarchy is like actually in a workable position. Just look at those eyebrows, make sure they're lined up kind of properly for this view. Yeah, okay. Make this clip a little bigger. Visually, how am I liking this? I'm debating if I want these. Nah, probably out here. Yeah, probably out here. I think that's communicating the best. I'm just gonna make sure stays kind of the same. I want this to be really nice visually. I want this to be nice to look at, easy to follow. Make sure my animators can find all their shit once they come to actually animate. Yeah. What's up, Angel? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. We in here, we out here, we going crazy. Let me see here. I think that's all I needed to do to repeg the eyes. And now the cool thing is I can just like grab the eyes and climb the hierarchy. Where is... I want one more layer in this hierarchy, actually. Here's what I'm going to do. And I can clean these up with waypoints in a second. I would like to have a peg that has the entire, like, eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new peg. And we're just going to put this. Eyes, lids, brows, dash P. And it's just everything in there. So I can grab this, alt click this, alt click this, alt click this, grab this, master face, alt click this peg. Yeah, now this is just the eyes. And I actually, here we can put this eye patch peg kind of right here. Then I can grab these separately, but I'm gonna grab these three right here and move them down to like right there. And now when I grab this clip, yeah, that pivot point is kind of exactly in between them. Let me just make sure I moved them back to the right place. Oh yeah, that's pretty close. Great, this is great. I'm gonna call this maybe like the total eyes clip or something. Eyelid, brows, dash P. Let me insert backdrop. And we'll call it the total eyes clip. Total eyes clip. What up, L? Doing some animation. Let me know you got any animation or game dev questions. Might be L, might be Ellie, I'm not sure, but I appreciate you dropping in, looking at the shenanigans I got going on in here. All the back end BS necessary to make this dog move. All this icky, nasty, spaghettified nonsense. I promise all my streams aren't this boring. We actually do some really fun animation stuff, but today we're doing the tech shit. For prosperity, for the kids. What if some kid needs to learn how to set up a rig? They'll be able to. Yeah, so yeah, this is nice. Now I can just grab that and we'll see. Now I should be able to just grab any eye and hit the letter B to climb my hierarchy. Yep, and eventually I grab just the eyes and then just the face. That's really nice. That's exactly what I want. Oh no, do I hear ads? Ads! Leave me alone. Oh, I got ads and dogs barking at the same time. Bonus content for this stream. Like a professional. We got SoundCloud ads. We got barking dogs. So, alright. This little eye setup I just completed is nice. It's really nice. And I might have to mute if my dogs can't get a grip here in a second. But for now... In fact, let me see if they just want to join me. They're so crazy. Come here, girls. Come here. You want a little cameo? You want to be on my stream? What's up, Lulu? What's up, Lulu? Little Lulu cameo. Say hi to the people, Lelouch. Say hi to the people. You're riled up. What's going on? Is somebody at the door? Hi. Hi, you want a little... Oh. Go. You want it? Oh, go get it. Go get it, you little crazy little thing. You little crazy little thing. Alright, we're gonna chill in here for a second until you calm down. You're gonna hang out with Dad until you calm down. Oh, is somebody ringing my doorbell? Alright, we're gonna pause this live. Muted. Paused. God damn it. Who is here? What the fuck is that?
What is it? No, right? What?
I said next week. Well,
Sorry, I shouldn't have heard that.
keep ruining my stream, these dogs. It sucks. I actually have people like listening and watching, and then it's just dogs screaming and chaos. You get back? That's a good girl.
She is good.
God, that was chaos.
Sorry.
Jesus. Jesus Christ. Oh, and I can't even pause on YouTube, but that's alright. We'll be back in a second. Good lord. Alright, we back. We back. If anyone's still watching, I love and appreciate you, because that was chaos. That sucked. And I definitely lost my viewers. Oh, it's okay. Oh well, here's who we're listening to today. Another shout out for Christian Smith Borgard. I've got these eyes pegged up a lot nicer now. So I can open up this Word document. The eyes are repegged very nicely. I'm actually going to add something. We're just going to say clean up. Don't need to be all caps. I'm so used to being all caps for my naming conventions. Clean up spaghetti. How do you spell that word? Clean up spaghetti. That'll be the last thing I do. Make sure all these wires are nice and pretty. I took a lot of time earlier, but now I've shuffled shit around and it's all gonna be a little bit different and a little bit nasty. A little bit nasty, but I can worry about that at the very least. Take noggin cutter off of cheeks. Didn't I already do that? Cheeks. Let's see, there's the eyelid. Here's the cheeks. I don't have a noggin cutter on my near cheek. And is that to the noggin? I do have a noggin cutter on my far cheek. And I already gave a giant speech earlier in the stream about why this is bad. Yeah, let's get that the fuck out of here. I guess I could go over it again right now. So this is my far cheek, and you can see if I have this noggin cutter, let me grab this and actually turn it on to something. Oh, it's actually not. Does anything change if I delete that? Not really. Doesn't look like it. Alright, well that's probably why I got rid of it, because it wasn't fucking doing anything. Alright, yeah. Cool, yep. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, it's just an unnecessary cutter. Wasn't doing anything. That's why we got rid of that. Far eyelid squashed color. Oh, I already changed all these. That's what we did at the very beginning of the stream. That's what that was. Is this motherfucker have is this a Shrek composition this guy's got going on? Fairy tale. That had to have been Shrek. Alright, change the swash color already. Fix the nose. Change heart cutter object to auto patch. Yes! Yes! Yeah, I know exactly what this one is, I remember. So, the issue here is that this nose looks nicer if it stays behind that line instead of being able to cross over it. So we want it to end where the color ends, not where the line ends. The problem is that the color actually ends at the same place as the line. So what we want is the line art minus the color art, which is the auto patch. Bring in the auto patch. Let's go. Here we fucking go. This is not a drill. And it was for the heart on the nose. So if I go over to my nose clip, basically, oh, where's my nose heart? What? What? Did all this not get taken with the clip when I moved shit around? Come on, ToonBoom, what are we doing here? Yeah, this all just like needs to be over here. I don't know. I don't know why it did not come over with everything else. All of this stuff got left behind when I moved the clip. Look at that. I don't know if that was a ToonBoom glitch. I don't know if I did something wrong, but when I move a clip, it should move everything inside of it. I don't know what happened. Ah! At least everything like still appears to be like hooked up and behaving right. That's so weird. Yeah, I just gotta get all this back over here. So I'm kind of doing some like de-spaghettification along the way as I go anyways. What is this? Oh, that's just a janky waypoint. Jeez. Yeah, de-spaghettifying this now that I've like moved all this around is gonna be such a nightmare. That's okay. It's okay. It actually like will go fast. It'll just be like a nice little like 30-minute sit back and de-spaghettify shit. Oh no, that's alright. That's right. Dorky, what up? Let me know if you got any animation, game dev questions. Happy to answer them. Or not. Peace out. Appreciate you popping in for a couple of seconds. Leave me alone. I'm not buying it. I don't want your Botox. Leave me alone. I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay, back to the task at hand. Now that I've found everything. Basically, right now I'm using the whole node as my cutter. I need to be using the auto patch as my cutter. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna grab this auto patch, hold down Alt, click on the mask icon, bring this down so it doesn't get spaghettified. We can actually see what's happening. And now, if I move this nose, it goes behind that purple line. as anticipated. Great. So open up the document of shame. Change heart cutter to auto patch. Beautiful. Make this red. Auto patch the pupils to the sclera. Yes, we do want to do that. So let's go back into these eyes. Let's give this pupil, or actually here, I'm just going to enter cutter. Hold down Alt, put the cutter in my pupil. What is this one? This is far. Grab this auto patch. Why is the auto patch rendering? No, that doesn't. We don't ever need the auto patch to render. We just use it for cutter objects. Great. Oh, and it looks like I gotta invert it. And now, that pupil will actually stay inside the sclera. Without it, it just goes outside of the eye and doesn't work. So that's the eye far. We need the same thing on the eye near for sure. It looks like the eye near is already using something for a cutter, but not the right thing. So I actually am going to go ahead and make an auto patch layer for the near sclera. Hit enter, type in auto patch. Hit this, alt click auto patch, hit auto patch, alt click the cutter, and now same thing over here. This pupil should be locked inside that eye shape. It is not. Oh, it's because I'm running, I see. It's because I have two objects coming out of this pupil. I don't know why. But, yeah, alright. Get this eye back forward. Alright, cool. That's not too bad. So, let me just double check. Pupils are colored properly. What the fuck is that? Ah, I see. I see. Okay. It's just that eyelid poking through behind the nose. It's like, that's not right. Cool. Refer back to the document of shame. Auto patch the pupils to the sclera. Done. Easy. Add overlay to the lower torso. Oh, I gotta get off this stream and get ready for class and shit. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Alright, let me think about it. Add overlay layer to lower torso. I think that's just... I don't think I actually need to put art on the lower torso. I just think there's certain poses where I needed that layer to do drawing properly. Like, I don't think I actually need it in the base rig, or I don't need to draw anything on it in the base rig. I just need to have it in case I need to use it. So here's my lower torso. Yeah, and you can see it doesn't have an overlay yet. So if I try to draw anything on the overlay layer, it would not render out. I'm going to go ahead and just give it one. Alt click on the overlay layer, grab the overlay layer, alt click on the comp, put this above everything else in the comp, add a waypoint, and we can just clean this up, de-spaghettify as we go. Yeah, it's all pretty easy to follow. I might move this up a little tiny bit just to, you know, get some separation between those. Alright, so now we have an overlay layer on the lower torso. Put envelope deformers on everything. Yeah, that's gonna take forever. Overlay node to the rear, front, lower leg, yep, so that's all. This is all gonna be like part of this. Like, these three things are kind of asking me to do the same thing. They're asking for different body parts, but I just kind of realized like they'll all need it, and it's gonna take for fucking ever. This is like, I think this is what I'm gonna do on the next stream. This is gonna be its own stream. Same with envelope, deformers on everything. Repeg, so neck and head can be grabbed together. That actually should be pretty easy and is something I wanted to add. So let's just check that out. Let's see where I put my neck.
We've spent the last 100 years building our business into an
So this is the neck peg.
Whether you're big or small, national or local,
And
Napa automotive solutions your business needs to stay moving. And it's all driven by a nationwide network of quality
let me
parts and
think about
essential
this.
service on one mission, to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
Ooh, let me think about this. Let me think about if there's a good way to do this. I think that peg would have to go like here. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird. It's gonna be some strange shenanigans for sure. So all right, I'm gonna hit Control P, and we will call this the neck and head peg. Neck in head dash P. Fantastico. Buenissimo. Beautiful. We love it. We like it a lot. We like it a lot. So, this peg can go up yonder. Grab it. Hold Alt click here. And I'll just, well, yeah, we'll Alt click the other one we need. So we'll Alt click. Ooh, no. I have to choose. I have to choose if I want to be able to grab the torso or the neck with the master upper body or with the head. What does the master upper body get me? Yeah, you know what? Is there a way I can have the best of both worlds? I don't think so, but to be honest, it would be more useful for me to have this neck attached to the head. Truly. So, at least that was my experience when I was going through animating it. So I'm gonna have to grab, we're gonna do that. Yep, and that. Yeah, I knew that was gonna do some weird shit. So we're just gonna have to repeg these, it'll be alright. It might fix it when I reconnect this everything peg. It did not. So we're gonna definitely have to grab that neck and get it back where it's supposed to be. I think that's pretty close. Oh, we're gonna have to do that on every view also. Yeah. Yep. So, and I actually wonder, I might want to wait to do this. Let me think about it. 'Cause what's Hummer? Great name. Welcome. Yeah, where's this peg? Yeah, I'll just have to repay all this. I'm gonna do that at the end, I think. But for now, let me just get that damn neck back into place on all these frames. Yep, something like that. Something like that. Alien Paint, what up? Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Same thing here. Same thing over here. Yup. Let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Everybody across all the channels, I'm happy to answer them. Same thing here. We just gotta fix all these. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hummer, let me know if you got any animation or game dev questions. Or any personal questions. We can talk about some crazy shit on air. Let's get weird. Who cares? Alright. I think that neck is more or less in the same fucking place in every view except for this last one. So I can go ahead, grab it, move it on back where it needs to be. Da, 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 da. And now it's why does it look so bad from this view? What the what? What the what? Oh, I guess that's how I had it. Is it just because I drew it poorly? Could that be? Nah, I think it's alright. Okay, so we got that neck back into place for the most part. That's good, that's good. Let me bring up the document of shame again and see. Oh no, let me make sure this actually worked before I move on. That would be smart. That would be the not dumb thing to do. Is grab this new little peg and see if it actually pegs the way I want it to peg. Yeah, sick. The only shitty thing is the pivot point is in a really fucked up spot, and it should, I want this pivot point right here, wow, to kind of be right in the circular crick of that neck right there. And so I'm gonna have to grab, and it looks like my pivot point's just in the foot. Normally I would like put my like freaking finger on my screen like a Neanderthal and kind of like hold the place of the pivot, because you can't fucking animate pivot points in ToonBoom Harmony. But this pivot point is just like right in that foot, so it's gonna be really easy for me to find. So instead I can just grab the two pegs that I need to move, and then I can move this down so that that circular part of the neck is kind of over that pivot point. And now when I go back to this new peg that I just made, it should be in the right spot. It is not. Excuse me? Alright, I just did something wrong for sure. So I'm just gonna undo, undo, undo. Yeah, what the hell? That should've worked. That should've worked! Control, grab this one. Move these down here. Go back to this peg. Yeah! I don't know why that didn't work the first time. That's like exactly... It's like exactly what I wanted to do. Let's just see. I'll make sure I'm not making them too tall in this view. I think that's pretty close. And I could always pull my rough drawings back up again if I need to, if I want to be able to see where these are supposed to go. So yeah, maybe I'll get that a little bit closer to my drawing. Wow! Wow! Beautiful! Okay. I'm gonna call this let's see here. I might put this up here and call this the neck clip. God, I gotta keep all these kind of the same level. Yeah, so we're gonna insert a backdrop. Boom! Wow! Should it be a different color than all those blue ones? I kind of think so. Yeah, and the neck is the only thing you might want to move with that upper body that's not going to, but like I said, I've already animated a whole shot with this, and I kind of know what I want now, and like having the head and neck together to me, in my opinion, is just more useful for this specific rig than having the neck and the upper body together. So, and oh yeah, upper body and lower body on a quadruped cannot be separated properly. So I know I'm grabbing the hips in my upper body, but because it's a quadruped, I have to do it that way. It's either that or like the upper legs. It's either the back legs or the front legs get left behind from the body clips, and I don't want it to be the front legs. So this is what it is. This is like lower in the hierarchy than everything else. I might give it this sort of green color and move it down here with the other ones, or give it like yeah, what is this clipping? Oh, also this needs repegged. Hope he doesn't need repegged on every view. It might. No, it looks good there. It looks good there. It moved there for sure, huh? Looks alright there. Can't see it. Can't see it. Looks alright there. Alright. Alright. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Let's go ahead. This is going to be the neck clip. So this whole thing just lets me grab my neck. Very easy. I think it's kind of hierarchically, it's about the same as this, or maybe one of the green ones. We can show that it's a little bit lower in the hierarchy than some of the other stuff. So yeah, we'll just call this our neck clip. And this up here is going to be the head in neck clip, which is nice. And it almost should have a new backdrop color because it's a new level of hierarchy. I don't think I've used this weird gross looking orange yet. Yeah, we can use that. Make sure I have this stuff named. Yep, neck and head. This is going to be my neck and head clip. Neck in head underscore clip. Fantastic. That lets me grab the whole neck and head. And this is all. I'm going to move this up just for the spaghettification. And ooh. I was going to say I could move this over here to make it a little bit nicer, but we actually have that going to the left and that node going to the right. Oh no, ads! Leave me alone, ads! Leave me alone, ads! I don't care! I don't want to hear it! I don't give a shit at all! Please! Goodbye. Goodbye. It's gone. I'm not listening to those ads anymore. Ooh. Oh damn, we're at like a 2.5 hour stream. I've been kicking this thing's ass, dude. This is keeping me... Shit's keeping me busy. I'm gonna move this down. I don't like how some of these are starting to jumble over each other like that as I zoom out. Yeah, that keeps it a little bit better. So I'm just gonna move these down to compensate. I'm also gonna just make this a little bit bigger and kind of let these breathe in here a little bit. Might help with spaghettification a little bit, it might not, but just like visually for my own sake, it definitely helps a little bit. Yeah, I just like to have everything be like kind of even if I can help it. And then same thing, I'm just gonna make this whole thing just a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer, just so the rig visually is a bit more appealing, a little bit more fun for my animators or myself to work with. Just keep pulling it on over and over and over. It looks like this didn't come with the clip, which is really annoying, but that's alright. We got it over here, and we'll just drag all this stuff over a little bit to make sure this actually stays inside the fucking clip when I want to move the clip. Yeah, I'll just move this over too, make sure everything's like nice and in there. Okay. Yeah, this is really starting to come together. This is really starting to come together. I'm really starting to like it. Ooh. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna open up the document of shame again, see where we are. Yep, this is fixed. Great, so now let me just move all this down so it makes sense. Yeah, the last two steps we gotta go through. We have to add overlays to all like 45,000 of our drawing layers. And we gotta put envelope deformers on everything. And I actually yeah, well, I guess we can kind of see when we get to it, but I'm gonna add, like, the torso is gonna have, well, really 3 sets of deformers. I'm gonna have a curve deformer that runs the entirety of the torso, and then I'm gonna have envelope deformers on the upper torso and lower torso. And those, like, honestly, just the torso deformers is like the main thing I was really missing when I was trying to do my animation. It was really, really kind of sad for me. I just couldn't deform things the way I needed to, so I ended up redrawing a lot of the torso shapes. And your goal with your puppets is for your animators to like have to draw as little as possible, right? As much as they can just be copying and pasting and rotating the puppet, like, that's better. We don't want them to have to be inside your rig or like redrawing shapes as much as we can help it. There's always, like, there's no rig that's going to be perfect. There's always going to be something you're going to have to draw when you're animating. But, like, I don't know. I had to redraw for my little animation that I showed at the beginning. I had to redraw my torso like 30 times almost. And that, like, there's no reason for it. It's just like a simple bean shape. If I had just had envelope deformers on the shapes I already had, I probably wouldn't have had to redraw my torso ever at all. And I probably would have honestly gotten like a much nicer animation. But I didn't. It's all a learning curve, and I know now better what I want from my rig. So, yeah, this is all really coming together. I do think, I mean, goddamn, I'm coming up on a 3-hour stream. I gotta eat dinner. I gotta go to class in like 2 hours. So I do think I have to call it. So I lied at the beginning of this stream. This is not gonna be the last time y'all see me working with this dog. I am gonna do at least one more stream where I finish cleaning up this rig. I might, depending on how my critique goes tonight, because it's due tonight, I might do another stream where I like fix any animation notes I get from the critique. That's a maybe. I might just do that off stream, just because I really, really, really want to start pivoting and getting into 3D stuff on these streams. But I will almost certainly finish cleaning up my rig live, just because I want to make sure I have it recorded for posterity, because I'm really fixing a lot of things and talking about a lot of mistakes I'd like to not repeat when I start rigging all my Third Eye Genesis characters. But yeah, this has evolved wildly. I kind of encourage you to go back and look at the puppet at the beginning of the stream and just look at this one. But yeah, the spaghettification is terrible right now. That's gonna take a while. I'm guessing it'll probably be another like 2 hours I can get out of this. Also, so I'm gonna save, and then I'm also going to save an incremented version. And I'm just gonna put it. No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it here. This was easy enough for me to find. I'm thinking about putting it in the folder where I have all my animation stuff, but it doesn't really matter. So I'll just add _1. It's gonna take a good long while to save. It has a lot of folders and files to copy, and you can see it says not responding up top, but like as long as this little blue wheel is still spinning, it's thinking it is responding. It's just taking a while. So if you get that message, don't panic, don't trip, everything is gonna be alright. You just gotta wait it out. Or ToonBoom's gonna crash and everything you just did for the last 2 hours is gone, and you're gonna have to go have a little mentee bee. Those are the two things that are gonna happen. Especially me lately, I've not been saving every like 10 minutes like I should be. So it's just bad practice. But okay, I think that's pretty much it from this stream. I will. Oh, I just got a new follower. Thanks. I will end this stream by just once again showing off the animation, shouting out the music. I could do that real quick. Christian Smith Bogard, thanks for letting me use your tunes. I appreciate it. So I can check him out on SoundCloud. This is his profile. There you go. If you liked what we've been listening to, I'm gonna go ahead, minimize that. I will pull up the finished animation one more time. We can watch that again. I guess I'll actually close out of this music. You can hear this. So yeah, this is the puppet before all the changes. This is what I was able to animate with the puppet the way it was before today. Which, as you can see, I mean, I think it's like pretty nice. There's some parts that could be improved upon for sure. But yeah, this was the test I did to see what needed to change in the rig, so it works a little better when I do my thesis. All right, so I can go ahead. I'm gonna stop doing that before it annoys everybody. Close out. This is the method behind the madness, the chaos underneath the hood. And I can go ahead. This is saved. I'm just gonna save one more time because I'm an anxious guy. I'm so anxious, you know what I mean? I just don't trust the software to save my shit. So okay, this is saved. I can close out of this, and I'm actually gonna start ending all my streams by plugging thirdEyegenesis.com. Look at that. This is where you can buy our comic book. This thing fucks. So yeah, thirdEyegenesis.com. You can also get it in my TikTok shop if you're here on TikTok. It's cheap. I even have a sale right now. If you wanna buy the comic, wanna buy a trucker hat, we even got a sale going. So alright. That's it. That's a stream. That's how you clean up a rig. Peace, love, gratitude. As always, hit me up anytime with any questions about animation or game development. Alright, peace, goodbye.